I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a dude who eat food, bro. Yeah, like, I'm just somebody who eat food.
Do you do In-N-Out burgers?
I do. Yeah.
Is it a good burger to you?
Absolutely.
You've been to Hawkins and Watts?
No.
Oh,
Where's in Watts?
Yeah, in the city of Watts.
Oh
my God, man! Sometimes I just go in there.
I have dreams,
and I just the old grease. I just take it and just rub it on me, man. Man, yeah, and you probably already know, Keith. Take care of your body.
Absolutely.
Yeah, take care of your body. I tell my kids that all the time, bro. Like, trust me, everybody, take care of your body.
No, you're seriously.
Take care of your body. You only get one.
You look good, man.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, you know. That's exactly what I was looking for. All right, well, we'll do the interview now. All right, you passed the check.
What's his name that just had the podcast with we got married to that one chick?
Oh, all that information, huh?
I still don't know. The
producer dude. You know the producer dude.
All that information, I have no idea.
The ugly producer dude that's with
Juan? Our producers?
Yeah, with Selena Gomez.
Hey, dude,
They
for
killed
one,
him.
that's not nice.
I'm
And
just
what's his
saying-
name? Benny Blanco?
Yeah,
You talking about Selena Gomez?
Yeah. The first thing, the podcast, like, look at his dirty ass feet. Look at his dirty ass feet.
Yeah, man. Remember when old girl told you, she was like, you short and you ugly?
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, pick your struggle. Like, if Benny Blanco, like, you got to pick your struggle. Like, when I was 500 pounds, I knew that I was clean, I could dress,
you had to smell good.
Yeah, boom. Like, I would literally, Keith, have people say, man, you smell good. I guess I think I was gonna smell like chicken and ass.
And grease.
Yeah. Be like, man, you coming from a food run? Like, nah. Can you imagine if I was a 500-pound foodie? People be like, yeah, of course.
Oh, my God. Start with that.
Big Boy Neighborhood. Oh, it's an honor. We got Keith Lee in the neighborhood. Keith Lee, welcome to the neighborhood, brother.
Thank you, man.
It was a pleasure to have you in the neighborhood, man.
Likewise, it's an honor to be here.
It's wild because you usually look about this big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How big I look right now.
Yeah, you like it's just a full-size man. You know how you get so used to seeing someone like
On your screen?
in the screen,
So.
and I've seen you in person before.
Yeah.
But this is our first time sitting
Actually
down,
chopping it
man,
up.
and it is a
Yeah.
pleasure to see you, bro.
Likewise, man.
I love the work that you do, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I love your positivity,
That's dope.
and I love the zone that you created for yourself.
Absolutely.
Hey,
I be
man,
chilling.
it's been a road though, huh? You know how when people jump on and they know Keith Lee, but people don't know like everything beforehand,
I was
like
about to
the
say, let's
life.
get to the nitty gritty, big boy.
But you know the life beforehand, though,
Sure.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Where did you grow up at?
Detroit.
You grew up
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Detroit.
So I was born and raised in Detroit. I moved from Detroit when I was 18, and I lived in Vegas for 10 years. But
Really?
now I
No.
live
Do
in
you know
Dallas.
Jason Wilson?
No.
Oh, Jason, he does Jason does the academy out there, and I think he's in Detroit as well. Cool brother, got like a gray beard, and he teach the kids martial arts out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dark skin guy. Bald
Yes,
head.
sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I
Very
just didn't
good
know
brother.
about
Some
him.
good people coming out of Detroit, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Why you not a singer? Why you didn't sign to Motown?
You hear my voice? I'm going to sing just like I sound. Monotone.
I don't know. You can do it now. You know what I'm saying? So you moved to Vegas?
I did. I moved to Vegas when I was 18.
18. What made you go from Detroit to Vegas?
Professional fighting.
Oh,
Yeah. So my brother fought before me, and he got into the UFC when I was 17, and he called my mom, and he said, I'm going to Vegas to train, and he found a trainer, and he called her. He said, I'm not coming back.
Damn.
So he was like, y'all can come with me if y'all want, or I could just see y'all when I see y'all kind of thing. And my family's so tight-knit that wasn't an option. So my mom
everybody got up and left?
in a Nissan Altima, one bag apiece in the middle of my senior year.
Look at God.
And my mom literally like took me to school on April Fool's Day 2014 and was like, hey, we moving. And I was telling everybody like, I'm about to move to Vegas. I didn't even know people lived in Vegas.
Right,
and
right,
I don't think
yeah.
nobody in Detroit knew people lived in Vegas. So when I was telling people that, they was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, thinking I'm playing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas,
Full-
yeah, all right.
Yeah, full blown thought. I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Vegas. My brother in the UFC.
Tell Caesar's Palace we say hello.
That's exactly the reaction I got. They're like, yeah, okay. And then 2 days later, we drove. 2 days later, I posted on my Snapchat that I was in Vegas, and people was hitting me up like, oh, you was for real.
Like, you really?
Yeah, like,
you for real?
legit, yeah.
They're like, damn. Like, did you bring my jacket back?
For real. People really thought I was playing, but then I ended up leaving. I stayed there for 10 years. I
But
became a professional fighter.
were you fighting too?
Yeah, so
So
I
you were
turned
training
professional
early.
I turned professional when I was 18.
Really?
So I moved when I was 17, turned professional when I was 18.
When did you start martial arts?
I wrestled all through high school. So I wrestled
my
from
God.
6th grade all the way to my senior year. I wanted to go to college, but I couldn't afford it. So the options after I got out of school, they sent me my diploma in the mail. So my options after I got out of school was to get a job and fight or go to the military. College wasn't in my foreseeable future, so it was like, you got to do something.
So you started wrestling. What made you get into wrestling? And I tell people all the time, man, when it comes to different disciplines, wrestling is that one, because you know how you would grow up and in the hood there's always the one, oh, here, knock him out, here, knock him out. They don't know how to fight from the ground.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if your ground, like when my son got of age, I put him in jiu-jitsu.
Genius.
Let him learn the ground, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. What
I get
got
advice
you
to
into,
anybody.
Yeah, man. What got you into wrestling at such an early age?
So I started, one, because my older brother, like I said, he wrestled before me. And two, I was too small to do anything else. So I wanted to hoop, but my freshman year, I was 4'11", 106 pounds, 107 pounds. I couldn't play on nobody basketball team, even if I wanted to. Even football, I would have got smoked. Yeah. But what they couldn't do was handle to do anything with my athletic ability. And wrestling was an individual sport where I could be athletic and I could compete against other people my size. And I graduated in 2014. Kids was already super big. You see the kids in high school now.
Hell yeah.
Huge. So it was like I couldn't go play no other sport anyway.
Yeah.
And I would go pick up my brother from school. So from 6th grade to 8th to 9th grade, I would go pick him up every day after school. So I already had a relationship with the coaches, with the coaching staff, with the people on the team. So by the time I went, because we went to the same school, by the time I got there, it was already kind of written. It wasn't like ifs, ands, or buts. Like I went to tryouts. Yeah, I went to tryouts, but it was like I already had a spot pretty much where it was like if I didn't do that, I was going to get made fun of because that was already what I had.
How do you go from wrestling to what's your martial arts discipline? You went straight MMA or did you go?
So I went straight from wrestling. So the way that my career started was I tried to go to school. I went to school in Indiana. I was only there for 3 weeks. I got kicked out because I couldn't afford it.
Damn.
When I went back home to Vegas, and mind you, I was only in Vegas for maybe like 6 months, because the summer between when you graduate and when you go to college, it's only like 3 or 4 months.
Right.
So I was
and
there
you in
for
Vegas during the summer?
I was
and
in
you could have
Vegas.
burned up. You could have caught on fire.
Bro, I was working at Jimmy John's.
Oh,
I was working at Sweet Tomatoes. It was a soup kitchen.
Damn.
I worked all kind of odd jobs in between. But then when I went to college, I tried it. Didn't work. I went back to back home, and I was depressed. I was in that space of not knowing what I was gonna do.
Right.
And my brother would come home, and he would see me sitting on the couch, not doing nothing, hair all mangled up, hair all tangled. I had freeform locks at the time, so I was looking crazy. And he would come home, and he would be like, "You not doing anything? Come to the gym with me." And he took me to the gym with him once, and it was an Olympic boxer there, and he was a junior Olympic boxer, and they literally threw me in a ring with him. And we did 4 rounds, and from that point on, I started training.
And that was 4 rounds standing
4
up,
rounds
like
straight boxing.
Had you ever did any boxing?
I'm from Detroit, so I just used to fight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not in the ring, big.
Yeah.
But
I
can get
no
down.
kind of formal training, no kind of course, watching it and seeing it, but no kind of actual experience behind it. Like I said, I wrestled, but I wasn't able to use any of that.
We get nervous when people say they threw us in the pool.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
exactly
somebody
what it
say
felt
get in the
like.
ring? I'm
In
like,
the
nah,
deep
I'm
end.
going to get in this pool, man.
It literally felt like they was throwing me in the deep end. His coach was Dewey Cooper, who was one of the most renowned. Shout out to Dewey Cooper. He's one of the most renowned and respected coaches in the game. And he really just wanted to see if I was going to be a little brother or if I was going to be somebody who really wanted to take it serious.
Yeah.
So when my brother was taking me and he said, hey, he want to train, it was like, are you just going to sit here and waste time, or are you really going to take this serious? And the only way we're going to find out is to see where your heart is. You can teach everything else but heart.
Right, yeah,
You can teach skill,
sir.
you can teach how to box, you can teach how to defend, but you can't teach what's going to happen if your back is against the wall. Are you going to fold? Are you going to walk out? Are you going to say, I don't want to do this? Or are you going to get in there and regardless of what happened, you do your work?
And so at 18, you turned professional?
So 18, I turned professional. So that was, like I said, my summer, my birthday's in October. So fresh 18, I went straight from doing that to training every day. I had 4 amateur fights within that year. Right before I turned 19, I turned professional and fought in Canada for the first time.
What's the age difference between you and Kevin?
4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a brother that's younger than me by 4 years, and then I have him that's older than me by 4 years.
Damn.
Hey,
Kevin
man.
Lee was a beast, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's a monster.
Hey, man, and you know what's wild about that, bro, is knowing the names beforehand. You're not really yours, though.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But then doing a early background on, because you just get intrigued by who this person is. And then when I saw, I was like, oh, because I don't do basketball, I don't do baseball, but I love boxing and I love MMA.
That's why we get along.
Yeah, that's what I watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so just looking at that, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. But you know, it doesn't surprise me that you wrestled or there was a discipline or MMA because the way you carry yourself.
My demeanor. I get that all the time. yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like you can tell if in quite frank terms, you can tell if you can't beat somebody up.
Right.
Like I walk in the room, you can tell you probably can't beat me up. So
Right, yeah. So can you, and not an arrogance or a confidence, but you could walk in the room and pretty much like, I can get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it home.
That's always say that.
For
I'm
sure.
gonna make it home,
absolutely.
bro. I remember, and no disrespect to anybody that's content creators, but the dude be like, "Hey man, bro, you such and such, you such and such."
Yeah,
that guy.
Gerald.
I was
Shout out
with
to
Gerald. Yeah, and I love him. I met him before, but I was like, Gerald probably don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Which in situations like that, it didn't bother me to how the internet took it like it was bothered.
Right.
I just more or less was like, my wife is here. You walking up, you grabbing people. It's like it's startling. It's like, what are we doing? And I think I love that you brought that up because that was super fresh for me when it comes to the space of being around people because fighting. Everybody in fighting, you have to be a little off in order to do that for a professional. Yeah, man. You can't just be
I'm glad you said it. I was afraid to say it.
You got to be a little, some got to be a little different.
Man, there's a boxer by the name of Mia St. John, and she explained it to me. She said, you got to have a little.
It has to be a little bit of a different, even talking to fighters. Like when you in rooms, like you said, you love boxing. When you go talk to boxers, there's a different mindset that goes into it. Yeah. And I was blessed enough to fight at a very high level. Like I fought in Bellator for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
And right before, so I got kicked out of Bellator, but right before I got kicked out of Bellator, I was ranked number 7. And my only 2 losses in Bellator was to the guy who ended up being number 1 and the guy who was number 6 at the time.
Really? So why did you get kicked out of Bellator?
So I lost 2 fights in a row,
right?
Which means that my contract was X'd out. And a tournament was coming up for my weight class because I fought at 135. So a tournament was coming up to see who was the best 135 pounder. So all of the budget was going towards that. So once I lost to a guy who ended up being in a tournament because we fought for like an elimination spot, basically.
Right, got you.
So once I lost the elimination spot, it was like 1, budget wise, and 2, if we have all of these top tier athletes that we're putting in this showcase, it kind of just was like extra room.
Does that feel like another like, damn, what do I do now?
Absolutely.
Moment?
And in a moment, for sure. Like, so that was at the end of 2021. Nothing on social media really took off for me until the end of 2022.
Right. So even with the end of 2021, we don't even know where the world is at as far as with COVID and the pandemic. And then 2021, we still weren't recovered.
I got a 2-year-old baby and my wife pregnant. So
at that time.
Wow.
So this is like real life.
Yeah, it's real. Like it's like, man, what are we about to do? Like no money coming in. I made a video about it. I think I had $1,000 in my account at the time, and I had no job. I had no income coming from social media. I had no idea of what I was about to do. I just started praying and really start believing in the path that I was on. And as cliche as it sounds, I feel like that's literally why I'm here today. Is believing no matter what is about to happen or no matter what is going on, that I was protected and I was going to be Russell.
But you know what, Keith, when you look in the rear view mirror, that's like, damn, the rear view is beautiful sometimes. For sure. But when you're looking through the windshield, when you're looking through it's like, what do I really do? That's a fact. And everything that you kind of loved or you put, the outliers and the 10,000 hours in is now not available to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got real situations and there's real responsibilities. Sure. And as just whatever it is, as a man, as a this, as a there's
I was
real
still young too.
Yeah.
So I'm 29 now. But all of that happened when I got cut when I was 24, I think. But again, all of this I think is different. I had a different career path because my brother fought before me.
Right.
So some people can look at it as I was just about to say some people can look at it as a gift because I was blessed enough to be in different rooms and I had different connections. But at the same time, I was Kevin Lee's little brother. So all of the people that I was fighting were very high level immediately. Even if the record didn't show, if you go back and watch the fights, I was fighting guys who had families at home, who had kids at home at 18, 19. My very first
and they
fight,
had reason and purpose. And
I was just fighting because I felt like that's what I was supposed to do. They was fighting because they had to put food on the table. Yeah. It's a completely different level.
thing when it's survival.
Completely different. And all of my losses, I've only been stopped once. So I was 8-5 as a professional, and I was 5-0 as an amateur. All 5 of my losses, 4 of them were split decisions, and decisions that I feel like if you go back and watch could have been either way. But I think it was a testament to exactly why I am where I am today. Because no matter what the odds were stacked against me, I've went through like Nipsey said, I've been through every emotion with everything that I've been through. And fighting is one of those. I've been through every emotion with it. I wanted to quit. Right. I thought I was gonna be a champion. I had no idea that I was gonna be anything other than a fighter. And then one day, I fought in September of 2022. I won, and I went home, and I told my wife, I have no idea what any of this social media stuff is gonna take us. Because at the time, I think I had 1 million followers, but I was making. But
you had
no
$1 million
money.
then, and you had $1 million on what kind of content? $1 million on fighters content,
so
life content.
Cooking for my wife when she was pregnant, and cooking for myself when I was going in and out of training camp. So that was literally just all day, 4 times a day, doing DoorDash, doing Postmates to put food on the table, just cooking for her, cooking for myself. And
so you working and surviving
at the same time, and literally recording that entire process. And at the end of 2022, that's when I started not only reviewing my food, but actually eating other people's food.
When did you start to, and of course with the prepping food and cooking and doing things for your wife, were you speaking straight to the camera? Because it's different when you let people in.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And especially when you train, there's a small, that's like a fraternity that people know about how to fight, how to cut weight. There's certain things that people know.
For sure.
And then you kind of talk the same language as people. But then when you go to social media,
it's a completely different world.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I meant by the Gerald situation. I was still super fresh to this new world of interacting with people who don't get punched in the face for a living.
Right.
Like as a fighter, that's all you interact with. Like I'm at the gym twice a day, and then even when I'm not at the gym, I'm hanging out with my brother who's also a professional fighter, and then even when I'm not hanging out with him, I'm only talking to people in the gym. So it was only a year into that space of like, oh, people are walking up to me and they see me as something other than a fighter.
Right.
And you walking up to me, you grabbing people. So I immediately my mind immediately goes back to what I know. But I don't think he meant no harm by it. That's why I said shout out to Gerald, man. He just be having fun.
Hey man, so you go from I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna try this. And what kind of time do you start to put into social media?
That's a great question. So it started in 2020. I literally started recording myself because I had just gotten to Bellator, and I had noticed when I was doing interviews, I was a nervous wreck, and I had social anxiety through the roof to the point where it would ruin my entire day. So I literally start setting up the camera and just talking to the camera as if it was 1,000 people watching me, even if I had 60 followers or 40 followers. And I would just get comfortable with that interaction. And that spun to me just talking to the camera to, like I said, at the end of 2022, having 1 million followers. By the time 2023 came, I had 10 million. I gained like 9 million in the span of a month.
Wait. Whoa. 9 million followers?
Yeah.
We need to figure out.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it literally, so it took me, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I feel like we good?
You good?
Okay. It took me 2 years to get from 0 followers to 1 million. And then it took me a month to get from 1 million to 10 million.
What did you do to get like 9 million followers in a month?
So like I said, throughout the first 2 years, I was cooking for my wife, cooking for myself, reviewing my own food. And then I start going to small family-owned businesses that I already was kind of going to because at the time I was eating super healthy and super farm to table and local. And I literally just started recording that. And again, I think what it boiled down to is the fact that I started praying a lot more than I was ever before. And I just start reviewing spots. I start going to different local spots, and people start hitting me up and saying, hey, my restaurant's about to close. Can you come and see if you can give me your opinion? And I've been reaching out to people nonstop, and they want to charge me $10,000, $15,000, and I don't have it. And I was like, I won't charge you anything. I'll just come. And that spanned it literally took me 2 videos to get from 1 million to like 4 million. Ooh. And then another video from 4 million to 6 million, and another video from like 6 million to 10 million. So by the time I looked up, in a month span, I had gained like 10 million followers.
By the time you looked up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I look up all the time.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy. It literally was like waking up every day gaining 1 million followers.
Yeah, but you know what? I think it was beautiful content.
Thank you.
And what I say about that, man, is that it's different when it's not a character or you got to go into, an old reference into a phone book and come out as this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that people kind of bought into you.
I appreciate
You know what
that.
I'm saying? And that's what I told people with radio. This is my 32nd year of radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told people, I told myself, I said, well, all I got to do is be me.
You are
know what I'm
exactly
saying?
who you say you are.
Yeah, and I walk in. Hold on for a second.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Can you send me some fried duck? No, it's bullshit. No, you saw how I look. Yeah. No. Fucking radio grabbing channels. But yeah, all you could do is be you.
Absolutely.
And I think so many people sometimes, Keith, we send the representative. And that's not bad either, but sometimes the representative plays out.
It only lasts for so long.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
And so when you see the local businesses and you start to see your numbers grow, is that it's good, but is there also a bad side to that too?
I didn't feel like I saw the quote unquote negative side of it until maybe like a year or two into it when we started traveling and we started going to different cities. And I realized it, but I didn't realize how deeply rooted people's love and epiphany for their city would be. And people would ask for my opinion, I would give my opinion, and people would be like, who asked for his opinion?
Right.
And that literally would be like a snowball effect where the Atlanta situation happened, where we go and people ask for my opinion and they get mad at me for saying it. But again, I walk into a room like, you can't beat me up. And you ask for my opinion, I'm going to give you my honest opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be myself in any room. And whatever happens out of this room is whatever is going to happen.
Hell, you gave your brother a 7.5. I was like,
Whatever is going to happen is going to happen.
did you see when he reviewed his brother's
whatever's
food?
gonna happen.
That's honest.
And-
man.
Yeah, that's honesty.
And I'm not a
I would have been
professional
10.
chef.
10. They're like, Big, you didn't taste it yet. Oh, let's edit in.
But see, I'm not a professional chef. I've never quoted to be a professional chef. I'm not a professional culinary expert by any means. I'm just a man with an opinion. And I think what's very important about what we blessed enough to do is that I come from a consumer perspective. And I come from the perspective of somebody who wants to just go get some great food or wants to go to a place and get the same service that everybody else gets. And I come from a place of that's why I pay for all my food.
Right,
That's why I
right.
pay for everything, because
You go down to the cent. You be like
very much so.
$87.
Every single dollar is yours, and I want you to take it.
Yeah.
And again, it's from a perspective of, if my mom was to go into a spot after we go to it, will she get the same service or get the same
Gotcha.
experience? And as a foodie and as somebody who, and I think that's why it's so important to talk about my background of being a wrestler, food is the most important when it comes to the sport and when it comes to being able to make weight and knowing why you eat what you eat and knowing how to eat it. And I've always been around food scientists and food dietitians and guys who were professionals in a sense.
Gotcha.
And I just was blessed enough to be somebody who soaked it up and had conversations and was intrigued and loved food and loved the art of food.
Did you always love food?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been a huge foodie my entire life.
Yeah. And when you say foodie, right? Foodie is kind of it's a now word. But it's wild because when I look at you and I see content creators, right? There's this influencer, Foodie Bite and Chew, that you don't do. Because I'll watch people and
Oh, yeah.
and I'm just like, like, man, I don't even want it.
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm talking about? The
Absolutely.
food
Yeah.
bite and chew.
ASMR?
Yeah, and I'm just like, this stuff falling. I'm like,
But
bro.
that's why I always say I'm not a content creator. I'm
you
not an
don't go,
influencer. I'm just a dude who eat food, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just somebody who eat food. And when I say foodie, it's in the sense of when I was cutting weight. Let's say I get a call and I'm 170 pounds and I got to make 135 in 4 or
Jesus
5
Christ.
weeks. While I'm cutting weight and while I can't eat, I'm watching other people eat. I'm watching Food Network nonstop, and my wife will attest to this. I'm literally to the point where I'm in a sauna nonstop, and in the sauna, I have my phone and it's overheating because I'm watching Food Network. I'm watching
Really,
people
though?
eat nonstop.
That's like a crackhead sitting in the crack house.
That's exactly,
Just
and I'm
watching everybody
watching
smoke.
you do it. Yeah, I just want to see you do it.
Man, oh,
I'm
man.
living vicariously through you. Yeah, for sure.
Man.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is.
that's almost like a torture.
Because it's a passion of mine. It's something I genuinely love, and I can get the feeling of me being full through watching you.
Wow.
Yeah, because I love it that much, and I can almost picture what it feel like to eat it if I'm watching you eat it. And I've literally, so I've dealt with a eating disorder when I was in high school.
Was that because of making weight or anything like that?
I think, of course, it's tied to that, right? But it's also the fact that I was 106 pounds, 107 pounds, and I was making 103 my freshman year. So as a 106-pound kid, I was walking around thinking I was overweight and thinking I was heavy and thinking I was big. And I'm 106 pounds and I'm 4'11".
Right.
Like, that's the smallest that you could possibly be as almost a grown adult. But I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it like, I can't eat this. Or
Right,
I'm
you're
eating
looking
a
at
jar of
numbers
applesauce. And I literally would eat a jar of applesauce for 3 days, and that's all I would eat is one jar. And I did that nonstop, repetitively, until I learned how to cut weight, until I learned the nutritional values behind things, until I learned how to actually diet and not kill yourself while you're doing
Any
it.
long-term, any damage?
God willingly, I'm sitting here chunky and happy. So, but
How do you
mentally
not
wise, for
get
sure.
chunky?
I am chunky.
No,
This is the
let me
biggest I've
tell
ever
you,
been. For
because
sure.
I
love it.
I know a person that I follow, and literally I've seen him
gain
gain
but
weight.
The difference is that I started really small too. So when I very first started, like I said, I was fighting at 135 and 145, and I
What
would
were you
walk
walking around?
165,
Okay.
170. So the biggest I used to get was 170 to 172. Right now I'm probably like 184. And I think one I run a lot. Like, I plan on running a marathon this year. And that's my main source of being active. But I also got 3 kids, so I'm always running around. But rather, like you said, you got to take care of your body. So when I'm not, and I think this is very important, when I'm not doing anything that is food related on camera, I eat very healthy. I eat super clean. I do a lot of green juices. I do a lot of fresh pressed juices. I'm a very big believer in ginger shots and turmeric shots.
Right. So it's a method.
It's a balance.
And it's a yeah.
Because that part of my life has never left.
Right.
That part of me has never went anywhere. The only thing different is that I'm not in the gym as like I used to be. But mentally and physically, I still carry myself like that.
And you said you had anxiety?
Social anxiety.
Social
For
anxiety.
sure. I still got it.
Really?
Bad. Absolutely.
Man, and you said that you would set up your phone, and it was almost like practice.
It was
not
therapy
knowing,
for sure. Yeah.
Right.
I had no idea where it was going to take me, or I had no idea what it was going to lead to. My main goal in it was to get better in front of camera.
And what kind of social anxiety do you have? Or is it going into a room? Have you felt it since we've been talking? Or
I mess with you, big boy. So my social anxiety shows itself in overthinking. So I overanalyze a lot of situations, and I can.
Do you go
in a
to the
situation.
worst too?
No,
Your
complete
thought-
worst. Like, literally, like, I can have a conversation and I can say one thing that didn't come out how I want to articulate it, and for the next 2 days, I'm thinking about the worst possible situation. Oh, this person think I'm the worst person to ever exist, or this person gonna sue me because he hated how I talked, or something like that.
Hey,
my
man,
mind goes there.
People
nonstop.
ask me, "Do you watch your interviews back?" And I'm like, "Nah," because there's literally times I'll finish an interview and I'll be like,
why did I say that? Or like, what did I just do?
or I missed that. And I'm, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man. Sometimes I just gotta release it to the universe.
For
so.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
I pray a lot. Like, this year has been the biggest building business year for us, like we were saying off camera. Like, I have never been a person who focuses on what it is that we want to do. I've always been a person who focuses on small businesses from the very jump. Or focused on my wife when she was pregnant, or focused on my career. I've never been somebody who has focused on things that I want to do creatively. And this year is the first year that I've been able to do that. And my social anxiety has gotten better, of course. But I know in order to do what it is that I want to do, I have to step more out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And at the same time, still remaining who I am and doing things with people that I like, and not doing things just because they have to get done.
Yeah, and when you say doing being who you are,
for sure.
that's wild, because you're in a position now where it's a lot more noise.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot more noise and a lot more opinions and even whatever it may be.
For sure.
It's amplified now.
Absolutely.
And I always tell people that everyone has these enoughs they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And your enoughs probably increase. You got to be husband enough, dad enough, foodie enough, business enough,
We were
savvy
just
enough.
talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, so
it's a standard that is set. It can be frustrating at times. It's a standard that's set to where it's like, you don't have to be perfect, but you damn near got to be perfect.
Yeah.
And you better not mess up, because
man.
it feel like not everything is right on me, because, again, it's in God's hands. But at times I do feel that the pressure is starting to get more, and people are starting to put more expectations on me.
Oh yeah.
Which I just got to hand to him.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done. I'm not painting a picture of perfect and saying like,
And I totally
got it
understand
figured
that.
out. It'd be frustrating.
And I remember a guy years ago told me when I first kind of got into radio, he said the bigger the so-called star you become, the bigger the target too.
Absolutely.
And this was before these devices and the cancel culture and everybody got, everybody had an opinion, but it seems like now everybody has like the opinion is like times 10.
One thing
and
I
the
heard
first thing
that
is
I've been-
negativity.
Absolutely. One thing I've heard that I've really been listening to lately or been repeating to myself is keep the main thing the main thing. So no matter what the outside noise is or the negativity, the main focus is the main focus, and that doesn't change.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Hey man, can you go just eat?
No.
Because
Yes
I
and
can
no.
imagine if you walked into a restaurant and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, immediately.
this here, you
So
know?
I can do it, right? That's why I say yes and no. I can do it, but I for sure do get the calls of like, oh, our life is about to change. Call grandma, immediate crying, tears, get on the phone. Oh, here, my mama want to FaceTime you. She want to talk to you, and she crying already. And I'm like, I'm just ordering lunch.
Oh,
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not
like,
even
dude,
recording
like-
nothing. Like I'm just chilling. Like I got my 5-month-old baby in my hand. Like I have no.
Man, that's
intentions on
gotta
doing
be
nothing.
wild though,
Yeah.
because I
It's a
always tell
blessing,
people you can't turn it on and turn it off.
For sure.
You know what
For
I'm saying?
sure.
It's not
Yeah.
like oh no, his light is off.
For
Yeah, so
sure.
he's just here.
He
to
just
eat.
chilling. Yeah, he's just chilling. Yeah,
So-
no, it's immediate. Like 9 times out of 10, that's the
And I know from just how I see you pay for everything, but there is a privilege too.
Absolutely.
And you got to
100%.
be careful of the privilege. You know what I'm saying? Because the privilege can also be a gift and a curse. You know that you can go to a restaurant and get in.
For sure.
You know that
Absolutely.
somebody could probably send you something for free.
Absolutely.
So you got to be mindful, extra mindful and
My
careful.
biggest rule of thumb is that the only time I will ever accept anything like that is if I personally have a relationship with this person.
Right.
So if it's like Larry Moreau, for example, in New Orleans, he's somebody who I have a personal relationship with, and he owns 5 restaurants.
Gotcha.
If I go to one of Larry's restaurants, there's no way he's not gonna let me in, or there's no way he's not gonna force me to come in.
Right.
When he say, "Oh, come on," it's like, "Oh, come on," because it's like family at that point. Like if your brother got a restaurant and he
Right.
say, "Oh, I want you to come eat." He not gonna let you stand in line, even if you want to. He not gonna let you stand in line.
Right.
But for me, that's my rule of thumb.
But
I
you
have to have
don't
a
go
personal
in
relationship.
on some Keith Lee stuff.
No,
like
absolutely not.
Because I
Yeah.
go in on
I try
Big
and
Boy.
sneak. I try and
I would
avoid
literally go
that.
into a spotlight. Then I go, Big Boy. Thank you,
It's the complete opposite.
Yeah, thank you,
no,
thank
it's the complete
you.
opposite.
Over here, over
Yeah.
here.
9 times out of 10, you will catch me standing in line. You will catch
Yeah,
me standing in
yeah,
line.
same.
You will catch me going to the grocery store. I walk around with my kids. I walk around by myself a lot of the time. I'm always with my wife. So a lot of times it's just, again, I just be chilling.
Are people always suggesting somewhere for you to go?
Always, all the time. Every time I talk to somebody, it's like I walk away with a list
Yeah.
of, I got so many notes and apps and pictures of places that
Oh my God.
in different states and countries.
And you know, with us, with the neighborhood, we're always eating the wrong thing. Like we'll have some tacos up here, and it'll be like, no, not those. You gotta
you
go.
went to the wrong place. Oh, you can't imagine how many times
You
I
went to the wrong. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
oh, you need to go over the. I'm
That's
like,
the
dude.
number one critique that I ever get when we do food tour. Which I'm blessed enough to be able to now. We're doing Familee Day, which is a festival
Oh my
in
gosh,
one
man.
specific place.
And what is that?
So Familee Day is a food, music, family festival, and it's in New Orleans, Louisiana this year. It is a traveling festival. It's inaugural, and it's about community. It's about bringing different places that we've been to before into one place.
Oh, dope.
So instead of doing a food tour every year, which we still do plan on doing food tour, but this has become the main focus, and this is something that we've been working on for a year and a half now. And any place that you've seen me eat before, 9 times out of 10, they'll be at the festival.
Wow.
And at the same time, we have music performers. We have performers from every different generation. We have entertainment for every different generation. Like we have Gracie Corners that's going to be there for the kids. We got Kirk Franklin, who's headlining this year. We got
You know what I love? You got Kirk Franklin and Manny Fresh.
we got Manny Fresh. We got Shamar.
Yes, sir.
Shamar is for the younger crowd. Every single generation, I want to be able to have a moment and had a time to actually just.
That's what
kick
family
back
is.
It's a family reunion. That's literally what it
Yeah.
is. Family reunion style where everybody's coming, just enjoying. I got some really big people coming that I told them, you ain't big people. You somebody who gonna come as a
Right.
family reunion and just enjoy and walk around and have fun. Because my family will be walking around. We have an obstacle course. I think there's certain things that separate this from any other festival. One of them is that we have an obstacle course where my family will compete against other families.
Oh Lord.
We haven't announced the prize that will be given out, but there will be some kind of incentive at the end, and that is even more reason why it's going to be competitive. Old school, welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins style, where we really competing and having fun. This isn't a cash grab. This isn't something that I'm just setting up. This is something that I'm participating in. It's something I had full creative inspiration into. And this is something that really is a labor of love, and I can't wait for people to see it.
And that's May 16th,
May
Orleans?
16th in New Orleans this year. And New Orleans specifically because, one, it was the very first place that we ever did a food tour in, and outside of Vegas. And two, is still to this day either my 1A or my 1B of every place that I've ever been at. 1B being Chicago.
Hey, man, I love the way you do your videos, too.
Thank you.
Just the camera and the setup.
I
know-
record on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to this day,
To
huh?
this day.
To
Yeah,
this day.
I literally just set I don't have no tripod, no big. That's why I don't feel like I'm a content creator or influencer. I'm just somebody who eat food.
Now,
The
I
same
love
way
how you get in the
record
car
yourself, I would.
and usually be like, all right, so we over here at, about to try this. We paid $19 for that.
That's what I'm like. The biggest thing that I've spoke about this before, but the biggest thing of why I speak in that cadence is it stems from my social anxiety.
Really?
So if I don't slow down and articulate myself, I get this like mumbled, very quick. And again, it's my anxiety of like me not wanting to say something that I'm gonna think about nonstop for the next couple of days. So I slow myself down and I speak in a way
Take your
to where
time
you can
with it.
understand me. So the same way how I'm talking now, I just kind of slow it down. And I'll say like, hey, me and my family are here at Big Boy, and we about to eat food, and this is an amazing time, and I rated it 10 out of 10.
I heard that, man.
Very nonchalant.
That's literally the only difference between my regular speaking voice is that I talk a lot faster.
Right.
But it's the same thing.
Hey, man, have you ever went somewhere and the food was so bad that you felt bad and you said, I can't post this?
A lot of times. Yeah.
You said a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Like, I can't, because you're
wouldn't
not there to
necessarily-
destroy someone.
so I wouldn't
of
necessarily
course,
say
you're going to
bad.
keep it real.
Of course. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say bad because everybody's opinion of bad is completely different. What I like, you might not like. And my taste buds or nobody's taste buds are the end all be all.
Right.
So if I don't personally like it, that is one thing. But if I can't say anything that I feel like is constructive, that's when I won't post it at all. If it's not a constructive place from a consumer standpoint or from a patron standpoint of customer service, food, or experience in general, then I won't say anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you want, because it's never like you just cutting somebody down
No. I've
or
never
you throwing
been
the
somebody-
food out the window.
I respect any art that I'm in, and food is an art, and I respect how much that people put into it. And I understand having a restaurant, even if I personally haven't had a restaurant, I've seen so many behind the scenes of restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the, if not the hardest businesses to get into.
I know, man.
Understand
I lost.
It's so hard, bro. From a funding perspective, especially after COVID, it's one of the hardest professions that people can get into. And I take my hat off to anybody who's willing to do that. And I would never put myself in a position where I am the end all be all, or never put myself in a position where if I say it's bad or it's nasty, that should determine anything.
What about the pressure of people thinking that you could just change their lives or save their business? That's a pressure too. Like
For sure.
if Keith Lee just comes here, that's got to be overwhelming too.
At times it is, but that's why, again, we are blessed enough to make this funnel, which is the food festival, because it wouldn't be Keith Lee changing somebody's life. It would be the opportunity to be at a place that has national coverage, national funding, national media that will be there and have a specific time and place for thousands of people to come and try your food. What I always say is the Keith Lee effect is just people who are willing to go outside and try new places.
Gotcha.
So those are the real superheroes in this situation. I'm just a person who sets the phone up and records.
Hey man, if somebody came to you in high school and said, "Hey man, you're going to be this food guy,"
Would I believe him? Yes and no. I
Really?
wouldn't. So again, I always thought I was going to be a professional fighter.
Right.
But again, my love for food, I wouldn't have been surprised that I did something in the food space in the future.
you ever been hurt?
But from food?
No, from fighting.
Not as bad as it could be. Like I've never had any like broken bones or tore ligaments. My brother tore 4 ligaments in his knee.
Jesus Christ.
He had double knee surgery. I'm blessed enough that I've never dealt with any surgeries or anything like that. But of course, the occasional. I still got scars under my eyes, and my nose is still kind of messed up.
Earned those. Huh?
Yeah.
I heard that.
War wounds.
Now, what about sick from the food or hurt from the food?
A couple times. I actually just got food poisoning that I just got over.
From like a place you went to?
I don't know where it was from.
Okay.
I think I
Where'd
think
you
I
get
had
food
some
poisoning
chips for
from
the first
food?
time.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what
Yeah.
spot it was. But yeah, for sure I was down for like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. It
Wasn't there a
bad, bro.
viral video of the sushi incident at one point?
It was.
When they noticed
sushi up,
when
you
they
guys.
noticed
So-
like a little
Sushi up.
they noticed like a little worm or something in the
Yeah.
sushi that we
So
were
Yeah.
eating.
allegedly it was something that was moving.
Allegedly.
I have no idea what it was. The food was very good in my opinion. I didn't notice it until somebody else pointed it out after I posted the video.
Oh,
and it was a
man.
bunch of stitches, and the video got like 30 million views overnight.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
crazy, bro.
I woke up and I said, "Oh, what are people talking about?" I thought it was good because the food was really good in my opinion. And I looked at it, and it did appear like that something moved. Again, I can't say it was a worm or what it was.
Hold on.
I like sushi.
I like sushi. Sushi. All righty.
Why did you have that queued
Man,
up?
that's this dude named Shopak out of Japan, dude. He don't even know that I rock with him like that. Hey, man, and Keith Lee, what happened with Tendernism?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, man.
So we went one that was the most highly requested place that we have had since we started. Easily over 30,000 requests to go and try the food over at Tenderness. I was drawn to Unk. Unk
Right.
is Walter. I believe his name is Walter Johnson, right? Saying it right?
We get it. Go ahead.
Okay,
but it
but-
is Walter.
I believe it is Walter.
Yeah.
So Walter is what initially made me want to go because his energy was infectious, and that's his name. Okay,
Yeah.
His energy to me immediately reminded me of an uncle.
Yeah,
and
man.
You can't fake that. So it's like we were saying earlier. It's one thing to be able to turn it on and turn it off, but us, we know what it
Yeah.
is and what it ain't.
He's like that in the dark, in the light,
You
camera
can tell
on, camera
it ain't
off.
nothing that he can put on, right?
Mhm.
So that initially was what made us want to go, and it was something that we had tried because people don't realize how far that is from damn near anything else, unless you want to specifically go there, or unless you from there. 'Cause it's
Dude,
in
we here
Marietta.
and it's far from here.
Hell yeah.
That's where we was in LA.
Yeah, man.
And I'm thinking, oh, if we fly in LA, we gonna be able to get there, and it wouldn't be. It was a 3-hour drive to
Yes,
get over
sir.
there. And when we got there, we went. I always have my family go in first to get the customer service experience because again, it could be different if I go in. We got the food. The food, in my opinion, was good. Was it amazing? I wouldn't say so.
Right.
I think there were certain parts of it that were amazing. Like the oxtails were incredible. Some of the best oxtails I've ever had in my life. But the beef rib that was infamous for falling off the bone, it was a slice, allegedly, it was a slice in the back to where if you pick it up, the entire thing falls off.
Right.
Instead of it just
Yeah,
like,
we heard that
sliced.
too.
Yeah, instead of it
Oh,
just coming off.
really?
You didn't know that? I thought I heard that from
No,
you.
I didn't.
Yeah, they said it's pre-cut.
It was for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, slice.
come
It was
on.
Damn, Lou, I thought I got
But
that
the
from you.
oxtails were as tender as he said.
Oh,
as
gotcha.
falling
You
off
got
bone
me into
sliding, for
tendernism.
sure.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
I
thought
did-
for sure
I
that
did
you
not
knew.
know
Oh,
that.
okay. I thought I
So,
got that from you.
We went, we had the food. Right after we got done eating, I attempted to go in and have a conversation with Unc. Again, we don't call beforehand. We don't set up meetings. We don't set up no times because the same experience that everybody else gets, I want the same experience. So when we went in, I just want to have a conversation with him, which I understand everybody gets busy. Schedules are different, right? So we went in. His security said he is in a podcast and he is not available. So I said, okay, is there a way that we could just leave him a tip? The plan was to leave him $4,000, and leave $1,000. I initially had $5,000 cash. I want to leave $1,000 to pay for anybody to come in line after us, and then $4,000 directly to Unc. And it wasn't from a place of I felt like Unc was struggling or Unc needed it. It was a way to say thank you for what you do for our community.
Right.
We know what that is. We know how important it is to have strong Black old men that are positive role models in the community and that bring laughter and bring joy and bring energy to us, because it's not a lot of times where we have that representation for older Black men.
Right.
And I think it's getting less and less the more we get in media. I haven't seen a lot of old Black men with gray beards that
Yeah, man.
are fun and can joke with a bunch of different cultures and bring cultures together. So that's why I wanted to leave them the money. security pretty much told us it was over with. It was done for the day. It was no way that we was going to be able to have a conversation with them. So we ended up leaving. We ended up passing that entire $4,000 out to the community. We stood in front of Destination Smokehouse. We met a lady who was driving. She was riding a bike, and she had a stroller attached to her bike, and she said that she was taking her niece to school back and forth. So we left her $1,000. It was a lady who had just lost her dad that cried the second she saw us. We left her $1,000. We met a lady who was a cheesecake. She made cheesecake, like a bakery owner, and she was making cheesecakes by hand and packing them, and she was there the entire time we was there for 3 or 4 hours. We left her $1,000. And we met another lady who also we had a full conversation with, left her $1,000, and then we left. A video comes out maybe a week later or 2 weeks later, and it's the owner of Destination Smokehouse saying that I was basically, I'm paraphrasing, but I was trying to do charity to Unc, and I was singling him out, and I shouldn't have singled out a business owner. I should have given the money to every person around that was inside the business. Bunch of nonsense in my opinion. And that it was something that I did on my end that was negatively affecting things, even though I just honestly gave my opinion. And it had nothing to do with the food. They were saying that because I didn't give Nick, who was the owner, the $4,000, that was part of the issue.
Yeah,
and
man.
I didn't see it that way. I still don't, to this day, don't see it that way.
Neither do I, bro. And I think Unc moved on.
Yeah,
and I think they trying to lock up on Tenderness of name. And then I just saw afterwards.
They
I just saw some
this stuff.
And I just saw some disturbing videos from Old Boy too.
And he started doing the
man. It was just a lot, bro.
But I had a conversation with Unc. We talked about it, and things got misconstrued, of course. And Unc is exactly who you think he is. I got on the phone with him, and the first thing he said was tendernism.
Yeah.
Literally, the first thing he didn't say hello, he didn't say hey, he said tendernism. So we had a conversation about doing something in the future. We haven't fully locked that down what that is, but just know that if I was to ever do something, it's from my heart, and I genuinely enjoy what he brings to the table, just from a personality standpoint. And I stand for the underdog. I stand for the people who aren't blessed enough to have a visibility spot. And if I'm blessed enough to have that spot in visibility, I would not go to sleep knowing that there's people around me that don't have it, that can have it. And I'm going to pass it around.
I see you just did the kindness with Darman as well, correct?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you guys went and y'all did that, and it was a lady that had a food truck, right?
It was a Mexican food truck, and she had, it was a taco food truck, and she was saying that was her second location that she attempted to open because the first one closed due to having low business sales. And we left her $10,000.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
man. And that's just great work, bro. Yeah. And I love that it could be I and me,
for sure.
But you really do us and we,
for sure.
And I think that's what was going down with the spot that you went to go try to bless Unc at as well.
It was one that just happened yesterday. It was a lady. Her name is KMay72 on TikTok. We've been following each other since 2021. She's one of the sweetest women I've ever seen on social media. She's a grandma, black lady from California, and she commented on one of my videos about Familee Day, the festival that we throw on May 16th. And she said, I would love to meet you guys in person. And I made a video yesterday and said, not only are we going to fly her out so she can come to Familee Day and put her up in VIP and let her enjoy the experience, but also she was on social media for 4 years and she only had, I think she had 6,000 followers. As of today, I posted that video yesterday at like 9 p.m. As of today, I think she's at 160,000.
Damn, as we're sitting down.
As we sit down, yeah.
It's just a little bit over 12 hours, half a day, if that.
I think she gained like 130,000 followers. Jesus, so now she can make money off of that platform. She can continue doing what she loves to do, which is just going to grocery store hauls with her grandsons. And again, if I'm blessed enough to have that, I don't feel right without passing around to people that's close.
And I think that you're the right person.
Thank you. Man.
You know what people say, your cup runneth over.
For sure.
Somebody got to be the faucet. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the faucet, man. Sure. And 30, Forbes 30 for 30. You got in there, and you know he was like, yeah, because you don't do it for that.
Yeah, no, that's not my. We just won our first NAACP award.
Congratulations to you on that too, man.
Thank you. That's it's dope. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but that's not my goal. I think I get a lot more satisfaction knowing that we are throwing event that is centered around community and centered around families and centered around something that people can come and have fun in a time where it's a very hard to have fun.
And for those out there, man, that's going to be a great day in New Orleans as well, man. That's
sure.
May 16th. And FamileeDay.com, FAMILEE.
Family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Day.com, bro. It is a pleasure to have you in the
Likewise,
neighborhood, man. It's definitely a pleasure, bro. You know, and we're gonna eat together too.
Please.
Yes.
I'm just gonna hang with you while you're here. I'm just gonna use you.
That's right.
Man, we got Keith Lee in the car, man.
Yeah,
We got
that's right,
Keith
Red.
Lee in the car.
For sure.
Do you do In-N-Out burgers?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a good burger to you?
Absolutely.
You
If
been
do
to
it right.
Hawkins and Watts?
No.
Oh,
No.
But you know what?
I'm about to get
let me
slaughtered.
tell you. No, because you just didn't know.
I've
But
never heard of
everywhere
it.
you go, somebody
It's
gonna
always
say,
that.
"You been to such
Yeah,
and
for
such?" No.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
man, I don't know what your turnaround is to this trip, but next time.
Hawkins is a mandatory.
Yeah, but we gotta go.
Bet.
Damn, I guess we can't go together because then what? How does that?
We can just go eat.
Even if it's just to
Yeah.
go eat, they
Yeah,
don't have,
we can just go
man.
eat. Yeah, we
oh
can
my
eat.
God, man,
Yeah.
they've been in. I think they've been in Watts since the 50s. You can Google that.
Where it's in the Watts.
Yeah, in the city of Watts. Yeah, man, and it's a family owned
that.
business.
Bet.
Over 80
Oh,
years.
that's hard.
So
yeah,
delicious.
and
I love
it's-
stuff like that.
Oh
That's
my
good.
God,
So
man!
good.
Sometimes I just go in there.
I have dreams
And
about
I
it.
just
Yeah.
the old grease. I just take it and just rub it on me, man. You know what I'm saying? And just come out. You know,
That's right.
like man, I had some over the weekend. My son loved their chicken wings, so we had some over the weekend.
Is it comparable to In-N-Out? You brought it
Man.
In-N-Out first. That's why. Hey,
She
no,
slipped
it's
me
not
a note
comparable.
that said
It's
In-N-Out.
better.
No, bro.
No, it's not comparable.
Man, let me tell you, if you weren't an MMA fighter, I'd get up and slap the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want nobody saying, why did y'all cut the video? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when Big slapped the shit out of Keith Lee, the video cut off, and we didn't see Big again until like March 8th.
And then the table just flooded
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
The table flooded over.
yeah, and we didn't see Big till like March 18th. Like,
Mic equipment all out the window.
yeah, like what was going on? We saw some footage of the iHeart building with
That's hilarious.
Big being wheeled out. Nah, but and everybody got a spot.
Yeah,
like
for
like
sure.
I think
it's tough.
everybody.
But Hawkins is your spot.
Oh my Lord,
Man.
Hawkins is the spot.
I do
Understood.
appreciate that you're very honest though, bro, because we see a lot of these influencers nowadays go in there and
Yes.
everything's good. I'm like,
Everything's
how is
good.
everything
Yeah.
good?
Oh, this
Right.
How
because
is
it's free.
everything good, bro?
But again, the same
So
way how you
deceiving.
would just set up your phone and have a conversation, the same way how you would eat food if I was to turn the camera on right now, is the
Yeah.
same way how I do.
Right.
yeah,
Damn.
that's dope.
I don't know because I'm just one of those where if it's free, it's delicious.
And that's the thing, none of it
Like,
be free.
this
So.
is what is this?
Yeah.
No, never had quail.
Yeah, for real.
Olives on a tamale. All right.
Like, hey, be nice. Be nice. All right. He just said olives on a tamale.
Oh,
What
delicious.
the
He'll
heck?
throw one of our guys under the bus.
I know that you were recently at the Grammys, and you know, you were asked about you know, the Mexican restaurants, and you said, you know, that's what you said, that you know, go out there and support small local businesses,
sure.
but you also ended with FIs.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to say that I thought that was so dope, especially even your wife's reaction. But how did you feel about that? Or why did you feel that it was so important for you to say that in that moment, especially when you suffer with social anxiety?
Absolutely. I think it's extremely important that I clarify this, that I didn't say just all Mexican restaurants. I said Spanish in general, anything from the Spanish diaspora. And I think is, of course, you know, social media is going to clip and they're going to take what they want to take
Right.
out of it. But I think the main reason why I even felt compelled to speak on it is because that's genuinely how I feel. And I said what I said kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I think it's super important that if you have a stance and you feel a way and opportunity arises to speak what's on your mind, speak
Say
what's
it.
on your mind.
Right.
And I think what it boiled down to is I've been blessed enough to be in these communities. I've been blessed enough to see what it's like behind the scenes. And I don't know what kind of person I would be if I feel in my heart that I am for the community. I'm in a community. I'm one of the community. And I don't speak for the community that I am a part of.
Right.
I don't necessarily represent the community, or I'm not a leader of the community. I'm just somebody who is a part of it, and I've been blessed enough to have a voice, and I'm gonna use it.
I heard that,
sure.
bro.
Yeah,
and you use it well.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for coming into the
Thank you
neighborhood,
for
brother.
having me,
It was
man.
definitely a pleasure
Honor,
to have
man.
you in the neighborhood. And
Yeah.
God willing, we'll do it again.
For sure. I do
Ladies
want to
and
say
gentlemen,
that
please.
this year that we are really focused on business building. So we just invested into one of our very first companies. It's called Brooklyn Dumpling Shop. They have multiple locations everywhere. They have a location inside of Madison Square Garden. They just got to SeaWorld.
Like dumplings?
Brooklyn Dumpling Shop.
Oh, Lord.
And they, in my opinion, make amazing dumplings.
They better.
They are.
Because you were
they're
telling
great.
me they don't.
No, they are very good, in my opinion. And they will be at the Familee Day Festival.
I heard that.
And we have a lot of surprises that are coming for, because I haven't even announced the vendor list that will be there. But we have a lot of things that we were cooking. And if you want any updates, familyday.com is where you can find them at.
Amen. For you to get with the dumplings, right? I know you get opportunities
For sure.
everywhere.
Absolutely.
So this one had to be exactly by choice, by
Absolutely.
standard, on brand,
Absolutely.
and everything.
The biggest catalyst in this decision was not only having a conversation with the owner, but also the way in which they separate themselves in their business strategies. So they are in places like SeaWorld. They're in places that are family friendly. They're in places where it is designed for you to get something quick and still be able to have family time and still be able to enjoy what it is that you came there to do. Not a lot of places are progressive in that kind of thinking. It's either like a brick and mortar or they immediately go into somewhere that's not super family friendly. This is a place that's in a bunch of different sports arenas and a bunch of different places that I feel like make a lot of sense brand wise. And again, this year is focused on us as a business, so we can continue to be able to be blessed to do what it is that we do in longevity and long term, and have visibility for these small restaurants. I do want to eat with you though, big boy.
Yeah, what you need me to do?
I want to record.
Well, shit, where you need me at? You want to come over there?
I'll come over
next
here,
to
come
you?
over here. Yeah,
I'll
let's
come
do
over
it.
there next to you.
Let's do it.
I'll just bring these mics up, their headphones
So
over
if
there.
y'all watching this, y'all getting the insight of how I record.
Like mustard, ketchup, relish.
Whatever you
Man,
recommend.
do it how you do. I'm not a heavy mustard guy, but shout out to DJ Mustard though. Come on now.
And do a little intro.
Yes, sir.
All right. You can scoot in a little bit so you can see in front. There you go. Me and my family are in LA, and guess who I'm with? Big Boy.
Hello there. I am Big Boy, and guess who I'm with? I'm with Keith Lee.
God is amazing. And we got Earls. Can you see?
Yeah.
Then we got Earls in the background.
Man. Earl's on Crenshaw. We about to have
Earls
that.
on Crenshaw is a hot dog place that's black owned, that's been here for 40 years, and it's in Crenshaw, and it's the only place in Crenshaw that does split down the middle hot dogs that
Yes,
are
sir.
open grilled flame, right?
And they do
Open grill
they do
flame.
chicken, they do vegan options, and they also do turkey, and they do beef.
And this is a place that Big Boy said is amazing, and we about to eat it together.
There it is.
Let's do it.
Boom.
This is a drink.
And that's mine right there.
We're gonna kill them.
All right, babe, you
Y'all gonna
ready?
kill those.
All righty. Let me get my hand on it. You ready?
Break bread.
Mm-hmm. Do we tap first?
You not from Detroit? Where he go?
They call this players punch.
You say you're not from Detroit?
Nope.
That's a damn good chili dog in my opinion. Hell yeah, it is. I love the addition of the onions because the onions are sweet and they got a little bit of spice on them too. The texture on the chili is perfect to me. Hey, you got it, Earl. Where he at? You got it.
You're here talking shit.
No, you got it. No, you definitely got it. I've never had the addition of onions onto a chili dog before. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to work. You start putting them onions on there, and I'm like, oh, shit. I said,
I'm not
I
a
got
relish
set up.
guy. But it's like
Come on,
enough.
man.
delicious.
Just right. Just right.
Yeah, the balance of flavors is
When the
amazing in my
customers
opinion.
come into the restaurant, they're like, Earl, hook it up. My employees, oh, how do I do it? I say, real quick, just go up to the customer. Are you a fan of mustard, ketchup, relish? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Just do it light for them. You like chili cheese? Yeah, I'll do it light.
It's acidic, it's spicy, it's sweet. The flavors are super comforting because it's still chili at the end of the day. The beef dog is super fresh, and the fact that he cut it, you can get that grill mark, and you taste the actual char grill. Yeah, this is
And with the
incredible, bro.
splits,
You got it, bro.
it comes out in the
you got
right
it.
bites. With
Falls
the
apart. I really
That's a
made
great
it for
hot
I had a lot of elderly people with dentures, so that's why it was good. It fall
Yeah.
apart. You know,
No, you got it.
you have it.
Shout out to
solid.
all the elderly people with dentures. we fuck with y'all. We rock with y'all.
Where you at again, Earl?
Tell them where you at again.
Earl's on Crenshaw, 3864 Crenshaw Boulevard. You know where we are, south of the 10 freeway, north of King Boulevard. 40 years in the game. Splitting and grilling is my business.
God is amazing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.